Obsession contributes a viable percentage to the number of people in psychiatric hospitals. People lose themselves, become depressed among others. Listen to how Maya barely survived. Maya was an ordinary young woman with extraordinary dreams. Ever since her high school days, she had been obsessed with becoming a professional dancer. She wasn't just passionate, she lived and breathed dance. But Maya's obsession went beyond dedication. It was an all-consuming force. She pushed herself relentlessly, waking up at 4 a.m. to train before school and skipping meals to maintain what she believed was the perfect dancer's body. Her friends noticed her absence from their gatherings, and her family grew worried as her once bright personality dimmed under the weight of her self-imposed expectations. Maya dismissed their concerns. She believed their worries were distractions. In her mind, the only way to succeed was to focus completely. There was no room for error or rest. One day, Maya received news that a prestigious dance company was holding auditions in her city. This was her chance. She poured every ounce of her energy into preparing for it. But as the day approached, she started to feel strange. Her legs ached more than usual, her head throbbed, and an intense fatigue settled over her. The day of the audition arrived. Maya stepped onto the stage, but as the music played, her vision blurred and her body collapsed mid-spin. When she woke up in the hospital, her doctor explained that she was severely dehydrated and malnourished. Her body had been under too much stress for too long. The physical damage was bad enough, but the emotional toll hit harder. Maya was devastated. She had failed, not just the audition, but herself. She felt hollow, like her years of effort had amounted to nothing. During her recovery, Maya had no choice but to stop dancing. At first, this felt like torture. She was forced to sit still, confronting emotions she had buried under her obsession: fear, anger, sadness. These feelings swirled in her mind, and without dance as an escape, she had to face them. Therapy sessions became a lifeline. Her therapist, Dr. Patel, helped her see the connection between her relentless pursuit of perfection and her breakdown. "Your passion is beautiful, Maya," Dr. Patel said. "But when passion turns into obsession, it stops being about love and starts being about control." Maya realized she had tied her entire self-worth to being a dancer. She had lost sight of the joy dance once brought her. Instead, it had become a tool to prove her value to herself and the world. Recovery wasn't easy. Maya had to rebuild her body and mind piece by piece. She started small, stretching for a few minutes a day, journaling her thoughts, and learning to enjoy meals without guilt. Slowly, she returned to the dance studio, not to train for auditions, but simply to move freely, like she did as a child. As she healed, Maya began teaching dance classes for children. At first, it was just a way to stay connected to her passion. But as she watched her students laugh and twirl with carefree joy, something shifted in her heart. She realized that her love for dance wasn't gone. It was just buried under layers of pressure and fear. Through her teaching, Maya found a new purpose. She started speaking at schools and community centers about her journey, warning others about the dangers of unchecked obsession. Her story resonated with many, students, athletes, and professionals who had burned themselves out chasing their dreams. Years later, Maya was no longer a professional dancer, but she had become something far more impactful: a mentor. She founded an organization called Balanced Steps, which helped young artists pursue their passions without sacrificing their health or happiness. One evening, after a particularly rewarding workshop, Maya sat in her small studio. She played a piece of music she hadn't heard in years, the same song from her ill-fated audition. Closing her eyes, she danced, not for an audience, not for perfection, but for herself. As she moved, tears streamed down her face, not from pain, but from gratitude. Her obsession had almost destroyed her, but it had also led her to a deeper understanding of life. Dreams were important, but so were balance, joy, and self-compassion. Maya's story became a beacon for others, proving that even when you spiral down, you can climb back up, and sometimes the climb leads you to a place far more beautiful than you ever imagined. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment of what you think about obsession.